I got 2 wheels on me, go ride me like bike. Damn, that's how she sound when I pipe. She said her man nigga don't do it right. Baby girl, can I get over me? Niggas gon' test me, it's over, I'm stabbing these eyes. Niggas can't find me like Carmen San Diego, nigga, I'm fire like Colin a Bright. Yeah, no competition, these niggas lame, nigga, I'm not in piss. Hey. That little boy say these song and I'm like, that's my flow over there. You stole it, bitch. They love my songs and I tell them, boy, I put my soul over there. No cap, no kissing. Baby girl, I just pull up for this smash, she smash, smash, no kissing. I got that cash on me, I need more.
YouTube, what up? It's your friendly neighborhood stud. You know I'm back. You know I'm better, looking crustier than ever with another video for you guys. Understand? Just for you guys, and you know it's about to get lit. Because it's about to happen. You know what I mean? Because you. But yeah, man. Today I got a little treat for you guys. Well, sort of a treat for myself. Because like when I was thinking of making this video, now I was like, yo, fuck, I'm hungry. And then I thought, what's the best way to tell a story than with a mukbang? Mukbang. At the end of the day, so but yeah, man. So yeah, the story I have for you guys today is a little trip down memory lane for me. You know what I mean? It's the story of when I got caught smoking weed back in high school. So yeah, man, I don't want to give too much away. So without any further ado, let's hop into the video. So set the scene for you guys now. It's like June. It's like not even June. It's June. Nah, just after we finished exams. It's that week before. It's that last week of school. Before school's closed for holiday. Our so it's 2017 grade 10. Our and it was like 2 days before school's closed. So we were that close to going into the holidays. You know what I mean? So we get to Skella in the morning, right? And my friend Hoto pulls up with a J. So we're like, I wear bitch, it's about to get late today, you know what I'm saying? Last week of the school term vibes, you know what I mean? So I wear sharp, but when he pulls up, he's like, I gents, me, I'm not gonna smoke, the helper at Bozy just caught me smoking and whatnot, so I'm trying to lay low for a young minute. Like, I wear bed, so he gives the joint to my other friend, my lad, bed. So I wear, we watch this. So school starts and you go about our school day. Go to first period, go to register, go to the second period. And then when third period pulls up, we're like, aye, it's bank. You know what I mean? So it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was me, Mahlati, Khoto, Bohlokwa, Tato, and what's her name? Was her name Tato? Yeah, I think her name was Tato. But yeah, I think it was the 6 of us. So yeah, it was the 6 of us, and we're bunking there by the staircase. I wear sharp. So as we're bunking, man, Atrati pulls out the joint. I'm like, dog, mine, break is literally after this period. You know what I mean? So we're like, nah, mine, dude, relax. You know what I mean? You're gonna smoke now. Sharp. So he's like, nah, I'm trying to smoke now. So we're telling him, nah, dog, don't light it up now. Keeps pushing the agenda, pushes the agenda. Sharp. So he ends up lighting the joint. So at this point, most of us are just like, it's our bed, this is how it is. This is what we do. Our So I smoke, Mahlati smokes, of course, because he lit the joint. Tato the gent smokes. Excuse me. And Butlokwa smoked. Oh, Tato the gent and the girl smoked. And then Butlokwa also smoked. So 5 out of the 6 of us smoked. Sharp. So our midway through blunting, dog, midway, we hear footsteps coming up. So, and we hear that it's like one of the block controllers because at our school, man, we had like different buildings and they all had their designated block names. You know what I mean? So we had three block controllers for the whole school. So they're like the security guards. You know what I mean? Umsekan, Anton. So I went sharp. So we hear one of them's voice and he's coming up the stairs. So at this point, whoever had the joints just threw it on the floor, burnt it out. And we try getting away, but then they catch us. I was sharp. So now this nigga's like, what's that stench? You know what I mean? It's pretty loud in the staircase. You know what I mean? So now he's like, oh, you guys smoking weed? He doesn't pay me out. I wear sharp. So he was this. He smells our finger. He smells all of our fingers. He smells all. Anyways, so so he smells all our fingers, man, and he singles out me, Mafrakwa, Tato, and Mahlati. Tato the gent and Mahlati. Tato the Han, he missed. I don't know if he didn't smell the weed on her or he just let her go, but from what Tato told us, she has this technique of smoking like this. So when you smoke your fingers, they smoke your fingers.
No, I can't smoke a finger.
These are the first three fingers they smell. So somehow I don't know if that shit works or if the block controller just let her go. But yeah, man. So they just singled out the four of us and then they told Tato and Khoto to fire our bed. So now they're taking us to the office. Yo, now it's getting like on our way there. This nigga's BD telling us like, yo, y'all niggas couldn't just wait until like after school or like dog like that time the school term is about to chai. You get what I mean? So he's busy yelling us there. Yo, at this point, boy, I'm fucking scared. But I'm just like, play cool. Maybe they'll let us go sharp. So they take us to the office now. Take us to the office and we're chilling. We're chilling in seats, right? So one desk behind the other, one desk behind the other. So all four of us are in a row, sharp. So they sit us down. They bring us this. What do they call these things? They bring like I don't know. They bring like papers so you can write down our statements. Very sharp. So while we're writing down our statements, they take the furthest back in line. So it was Bushokwa, was me, and then Tato and Mahlat. I don't know which order they were in, but yeah. So they take the furthest back. They take him to go test. Sharp. Take him to go test, comes back, he's positive. I mean, obviously, sharp. So then they take the nigga behind me, take him to go test. So they test all of us while we're writing down our statements. And surprise, surprise, we're all, you know what I mean? We're all positive. So our bed, we're all positive, Ganjalo, and they take us to the discipline office. So bear in mind, when you take us to the discipline office, it's break now. So Mensa are seeing us being taken to the disciplinary office. You know what I mean? So our bed take us to the disciplinary office, start calling parents. Start calling parents. I think they started with Mahlati. Yeah, they started with Mahlati's parents. And then Mahlati's parents said that they were gonna pull up that day. Crazy. Our so then what's this? So then they call Tato's parents. Tato's parents don't answer. So he calls his sister, and I don't know what happens. Then they call Bushokwa's parents don't answer. They call my parents don't answer. But so from there, they chase us suspension letters and they chase us like letters for the hostels for the disciplinary hearing. I went bed. So after that, they tell us to buy for break. Our tell us survive for break, and now we're going to the gents. We invite to the gents, and Matlati's like to Khoto, because remember Khoto's the one who gave us the plant, right? So Matlati's like to Khoto, hey boy, me I got you, boy. I didn't snitch on you. This, that. I got you, boy. You owe me.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
No, so we're there, we're just laughing, because it's being made such a big deal. You know what I mean? So our break ends, and because we're suspended, you have to go back to the disciplinary office until until the day chimes. Sharp. So we chill in the disciplinary office, and like the day goes by, like we're just bored as shit. We're just talking to the disciplinary ladies. They're making jokes. They're busy yelling us and whatnot. You know, and think it was almost as this after school, like close to like the end of the last period. They call my flat to the office. Gets crazy now. They call my flat to the office because his parents are here. So I went bed. His parents are there, you know, and he's there. I think I don't know, it was with the deputy or whatnot, but it was just the deputy or whoever it was, him and his parents. Sharp. So now in the whatever meeting they had, Atlati is there. He's telling the whole story. He's keeping everything. Because in that type of situation, they're obviously gonna ask you like, where did you get the weed? You know, what this, that, this, that. Sharp. Who's your dealer type vibe, And the boy the boy said it was hard so because he gave us the joint.
So you got the job doing
Bro,
what?
I get paid to snitch now, nigga. It's really classified. I can't even really talk about this shit, my nigga.
Oh my God.
I don't reason I'm telling you because you my boy. But don't fuck with me. You see what I did to Roger. You seen what I did to Roger. 40 years.
He had 40 years?
40 years, bitch. You didn't want to sign that plea? 40 years.
Dang.
But like after that whole scenario of you owe me this, that, now when your mom pulls up, it's a whole different story. Yeah. So I went sharp. But at this point we didn't know. Yeah. So after after that whole meeting, I tried to leave with his parents. Alright. With his mom actually. Alright. So once this one of the disciplinary ladies comes back and we hear the intercom call Khotso to the office. So we're like, hey, what go on now? They're calling Khotso to the office. What happened in there? So I wait bit. They call Khotso to the office and they comes after school. So now it's after school. You get to leave. We vibe to the waiting area. Alright. So as we're in the waiting area, Khotso pulls up. Now he's telling us the whole story. Saying us that nah, my shawty snitched on me. Nyara, nyara, nyara. Yo, I wouldn't even lie, I wouldn't even cap. At that point, I wanted to die, yo. But like, the situation didn't allow me to, because I was also in shit. You know what I mean? So I went bed. He tells us the story of what Matlati told them. So basically, Matlati pictured him like a dealer, pictured him out to be a dealer type vibe. You know what I mean? So now they called Khotso's parents, and now he has to go home. And bear in mind, Khotso doesn't vibe with transport. He doesn't do it. He lives like right by the Scalar. Like he walks. It's really like a 2 to 5 minute walk from his house to Scalar. So in that 2 to 5 minutes, he has to think of what he's gonna say to his mom. You know what I mean? So he vibes home. We all vibe home. And I get back posing, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna tell my parents. I'll just wait for this disciplinary thing to pull up, see what on, and then I'll take it from there. So bear in mind I'm suspended, right? So at this point, it's a thing of I can't go to school for the next 2 days, but I'm not telling my parents this, so I had to go to school for the next 2 days. You know what I mean? So I write to school and I don't write to school. You know what I mean? So when I get to school after the bus drops me off, I just take a walk around Sunwood. Take a walk around. I even went to the lifestyle center. Go walk and jog. Go walk. I had the whole day. I mean, vibe, take the walk, then I chill by some park that's close to thingy, that's close to the scalar, you know. So I went bed. So chilled there on my own, just vibed, you know. School day ends and take the bus back home. And I act like nothing's happening. Oh fuck, gotcha, yo. Man's hard, yo. But yeah, so that happens first day. Do that the next day, and then it's holidays. So now it's holidays, and I'm just chilling. Yeah, like I'm enjoying holidays, but this thing is at the back of my mind. You know what I mean? Like I can't just simply forget about it. You know what I mean? This thing's at the back of my mind. But holidays come and go. I enjoy myself. Nice vibes. Gunandi, Rufiwile, Msunwayo. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, holidays come and go, and the disciplinary hearing was the Wednesday of that first week. No, Wednesday. It was the Wednesday of the first week. Yes, it was the Wednesday of the first week of school. Sharp. So first 2 days I didn't go to school because why? Suspended. Oh no, the suspension ended rosters. The suspension ended when the school term started, so I could go to school, but then I had the disciplinary hearing, and it was the thing of, in order to go back to school, I had to go to Sanka, this other place where it's like a rehab center. So I had to go to Sanka to get a negative test, and then once they get the negative test, then I can get back to Skela. Sharp. So went to Sanka on my own, got the negative test, and came back. They allowed me to school. Sharp. So chilling at school, 2 days pass, and now it's time for the disciplinary hearing. So I'm down for the disciplinary hearing, and now if you love me, you got my sneeze a lot, so there's probably another one coming, but that's besides the point. Point is, so now it's the dag of the disciplinary hearing, sharp. So we're there in the office where it's coming. I hate when this happens.
I knew it!
Oh well, sharp, that's all good. So now we're in the waiting area in the office, sharp. So it's me, it's Botlokwa and Tato, sharp. So our what's this? Our they pull up, and then Mahlati pulls up with his rents, Hotzo pulls up with his mom. Sharp. So our we invite in now. And first thing they ask us now, one by one, is where are your parents? And us being me, me, Botlokwa, and Tato. So I asked Tato, where are your parents? He tells him that nah, we sent in we said it was this, my parents sent in was this. My parents sent in an email to tell you guys that also they were like, oh, you're the one at the email. And like, it's our shop. And they come to me, like, where are your parents? I'm like, they couldn't come. So now the principal is there, like, what do you mean they couldn't come? I'm like, nah, my dad's, out of the province. My mom's at work, so they couldn't come.
Yeah.
So you think these kids' parents don't work? Ugh, now I'm just there, like, yo, fuck. Then the principal is like, you know what I think? I think you didn't tell your parents. Yeah, I'm like, but I did tell, now I'm just truth-telling, dog. We're going back and forth, back and forth. She's saying I'm lying, I'm saying I'm not lying. And then she gets tired. She's just like, you know what? It's fine. We'll have another disciplinary hearing. I'm like, yo. I'm like, alright, it's sharp. Then they go to Botlokwa. He tries to do the same thing. They do the same thing. So it's like cat and mouse. So you're like, you know what? Let's just start with the disciplinary hearing for those who are here. Sharp. So they get on with the disciplinary hearing, and then they're like, deplete us this innocent or guilty for testing positive for marijuana. Oh yeah, sharp. So we all what's this? We all plead guilty because we tested positive. They caught us red-handed. You know what I mean? So you can't lie at that point. You get so yeah. So so yeah. So we all plead guilty, and then yeah, man, they're just telling us about weed being a gateway drug. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's this other nigga. Yo, I hate this teacher, Mr. Devnath. Yo, I hate this man with a passion. That time, boy doesn't even have a chin. But I'm not there. I'm not there. Sharp. So that of mine is like Mrs. Pians. Mrs. Pians being the principal. He's like to Mrs. Pians. Let's make an example of these boys. Because we've been having this weed problem for quite some time now. Let's make an example with these boys and expel them. Oh, you see there, I look at the boys. Yo, we're all just like, oh, fuck this nigga. We're just like, oh, fuck this nigga. But then this other teacher, Mrs. Langa, yeah, Mrs. Langa, she calms the situation down, and just Mr. Devna just keeps pushing this agenda. And it's just like, yo, dog, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But yeah, he pushes that agenda, and then, yeah, man, they end up finishing this whole thing, and then yeah, they asked us. They tell I think it was me, Bushokwa, and Thingy, me, Bushokwa, and Tata to leave, and then they talk to Mahlati and Khoto's parents. I think that was the situation. I don't even remember proper. You know what I mean? But then sharp. So as we leave, they reschedule our second disciplinary hearing, and they charge us another later. Sharp. So I went sharp. I fly home. Now. I fly home and I still don't tell my parents. I'm just like, I'll tell them some other time. You know what I mean? Alright, sharp. And I'm about to go to sleep now. My dad comes barging into my room and he's like, no words. Sharp. So I'm like, yo, what? Did they call? What's going on? I don't know. But aware, he's like, sit down. So we're there now in the living room. Switches off the TV. He's like, is there something you want to tell me? I'm like, yo, I've been made. It's about time yeah, I've been made. You know what I mean? So I tell him, I'm like, yeah, this is what's happening. I got caught smoking weed. And he's like, weed? Oh, what's wrong with that one? See, at that point, I started shivering, bro. I started shivering. And then he stands up.
Timbers.
And then he vies to the hostels. He vies to his room, gets a test. He's like, yo, test right now. Yo, so at that point, boy, I'm so scared, man. So we went to my room, we went to my toilet, and I'm there, boy. He's right here behind me. He's by the door, looking at me. I'm like, this is in my head. I'm like, this is kind of hard with him, like breathing down my neck, essentially. But I'm like, I can't do shit about it, So um, I'm like trying. Thing is, and I had piss, you know what I mean? Like I needed to go pee, but it didn't want to come out because like I was so scared. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, sharp. Can I just like, take a shit and then like maybe it'll come out? Cause so I went sharp at home, I take shit and yeah, I end up peeing. I went sharp. So he tests me and it's negative, man. It's negative. Actually, it wasn't actually negative. It was like positively negative, if you get what I mean. I don't know if you understand, because like there was two lines now, but then the last line was like very the second line was like very faint. So it was a thing of he's saying it's positive, I'm saying it's negative. So now we're fighting, you know what I mean? Because like now he's like, oh, and now what's it? So not like I'm fighting a losing battle, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So like, okay, sharp. Now he's busy asking me who's my dealer, and I'm like, nah, I got it from school, like, you know what I mean? So sharp. Yeah, the whole thing happened. Tell me there's no more going out. I can't go out anymore. Wow, 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 wow. So I'm like, alright, always sharp. I can't do shit about that. It was coming, and then 2 weeks pause. It's the second disciplinary hearing. So second disciplinary hearing pulls up, and now I'm there with my mom. I'm there with my mom and dad. Tato's there with his mom, but Loka's parents still aren't there. So I'm like, this nigga didn't tell his parents still. I'm like, yo, Jess, that time I wasn't even gonna tell mine. But I'm like, Then because me and Botlokwa live like basically in the same street. Now, my parents know Botlokwa because we even used to go to soccer practice together. You know what I mean? So I wear sharp. So my dad sees Botlokwa and he's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me that Botlokwa was also in this mess with you guys." And he's like, "Where are your parents?" I don't even remember what excuse he gave. And he's like, "No, you didn't tell your mom." And then at that point, I was like, boy, hard boy, it's try, hard boy, hard boy. But yeah, man. So we buy inside, and they ask Butlok, they start with Butlok, they ask him, "Where are your parents?" And he's like, and then it gets to that thing, it gets to that discussion again of you didn't tell your parents. And then my dad butts in. He's like, "Yeah, I know his parents. This, that." So he's just like, yo. I'm like, I had it. I'm so sorry, my boy. Yo. But yeah, man. So after that, the Oscars, they go with that guilty thing again. So they ask, "Are you Oscars? How do you plead for testing positive to Oscars to dacha and methamphetamine?" I'm like, meth? Was it? Yeah, it was amphetamine. Yeah, no, it wasn't meth. I think it was just amphetamine. I don't even know these drugs, but like, yeah, they said amphetamine. I'm like, amphetamine. And I'm like, no, I don't plead, I don't we all like now we don't plead guilty to this thing. And like you pleaded guilty to the last one. And you're like, that's because there was no mention of amphetamine in it. You know what I mean? And then they're like, no man, why you lying?
Lies are disgusting. I'd rather do drugs than lie.
Because you lied.
I'd rather do drugs than lie.
And we're like, no, man, we plead guilty to dacha, not amphetamine. We don't do drugs. And then they're like, where are the tests? They're like, now we threw them away. What a coincidence. But yeah, man. So yeah, now we just fighting this thing. And then, you know, yeah, man. So yeah, then the thingy thing is actually no, Tato's parents weren't there. Tato's parents weren't there. I think it was just Tato. And then yeah, I don't remember what happened, man. I don't remember why his parents didn't pull up. But yeah, man. So because they didn't have their parents, they told them to leave first, and they left me with my parents. So now they're busy telling my parents, "Yo, do you like, they're busy telling me like, yo, why would you do this to your parents? Your parents love you so much. This, that." Now I'm like, I'm caught to cry though, because I'm like, shit, I really disappointed the rich. You know what I mean? Like now it's sinking in that fuck, you know. And then yeah, man, they're like, "I Tawe Sharp will give you a second chance and whatnot." And then yeah, they let my parents leave and they let me go back to class. So yeah, man, I know it was sus. I know it's been a long video, but if you've gotten this far in the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, don't forget to turn on those post notifications so that you know when the boy is posting. Peace.